10 signs it's time to migrate to cloud computing. 1. You've outgrown your current computing capacity and wish to avoid a capital outlay. Instead of purchasing an asset that will become obsolete in a few years, you can preserve capital or spend it on assets that can generate a stronger return on investment. As an additional benefit, you won't have to maintain the new equipment. 2. You need to keep your costs predictable. With a cloud model, you won't have emergency service calls, staff resignations, equipment upgrades, or other surprises that may impact your budget and uptime. Cloud costs are relatively static and include expenses that may have gone to other line items like facilities or wages. 3. You are physically out of space for additional computing resources. You are outgrowing your space but are in a lease or otherwise don't want to move. The space you have allocated for a data center can be redeployed for other purposes. 4. You are in high growth mode and cannot reliably predict resource requirements over the next few years. Your transactions may double or triple in the next few years. Or they may grow tenfold. How do you purchase now for what your company may look like 3 years from now? While you may have completed a project now that you think will serve you for a few years, you may end up starting the same project next year because you blew away your forecasts. 5. You need to store backups off-premise and don't want to commit resources to it. Someone needs to perform backups and physically place them elsewhere. More than likely the data is sensitive and there is potential for theft en route, and you need to keep track of what you have. Hopefully you never need to do a recovery, but if that were the case, how would this be mobilized? How long will it take? 6. Servers are all over the company and you wish to consolidate them. Companies grow. Departments need computing resources. Equipment is purchased. Your managers can't wait for IT to properly set up the equipment, so it ends up under someone's desk where anyone can walk off with the server and data. 7. You are looking for ways to reduce power consumption. The Department of Energy believes data centers account for up to 3% of total electricity consumption in the U.S. Reducing your electricity bill by 1 to 2% may not sound like much, but the savings add up and help the environment at the same time. 8. You are putting too much effort into hardware maintenance and software upgrades. Equipment is aging and becoming obsolete. You introduce something new to your network and now need a patch to keep everything working. Solution: replace equipment so the cycle can begin again. 9. There's only one person in the company who knows how to keep things running. So-and-so is going on vacation or worse, wants to leave the company. What happens if something goes wrong? Do you overpay them to stay or hope they have documented everything you need? 10. Your IT manager tells you not to. This is meant to be humorous, but you should ask yourself why there is resistance. Oftentimes the resistance is either not grounded in fact, or can be mitigated. Thanks for watching. www.ifex.org.pk info@ifex.org.pk